Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for clicking in. I so much appreciate this. This is going to be a reading for divine feminines. Obviously, if you're a divine feminine, that means that you're great at manifestation and all these kinds of great things, right? So, we're going to just check in on the daily energy. We're going to check in on the spiritual, the emotional, the mental piece, and then also any actions that the Holy Spirit may, have advice for you for today. Okay. This is also going to be energy that kind of spills into day before and the day after. We're going to take a look at that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to be using the African American tarot that I have here. And I love to use this deck when it comes to spiritual, like reading about spirituality, your higher self, messages from your higher self, and everything. So we're going to take a look into Holy Spirit. Please give us some insight for the collective when it comes to spirituality for today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope you guys are doing good too. So the first thing here is we have the observer. So I love this card because the observer, it's a man and he's blindfolded, but he has a whole bunch of eyes in his background. And what these eyes represent is kind of spirit's eyes, right? So a lot of you, what I'm feeling from this card is this is going to be something with your psychic ability. So a lot of you might be clairvoyant or you might be getting those messages from spirit or something. But today is a huge download day for the divine feminines. And the center energy on this is your relationships. So we have the 2 of cups here. So the partnerships, the connections that you have, are they for your greatest good? Are they not? If you're in a relationship with somebody romantically, you're going to be getting a lot of downloads about this. Friendships, co-workers, all that kind of stuff. So hold on, because I know that my camera looks a little fuzzy. Hopefully that helps. That helped a lot. Okay, so the center energy is you're getting a lot of downloads about relationships that you have with people, your connections that you have emotionally with people. So this is, I'm feeling already as we're going on that this time right now is about maybe people that you want to connect with and people that you want to stop connecting with. So in the recent past, you had the wheel of fortune of some kind. So when it comes to your spirituality, you may have gotten another gift of some kind, or your gifts, your manifestation gifts, or your psychic abilities probably have enhanced, which makes sense because we're in the Pisces season right now. Pisces is a water sign. Water is all about intuition. Pisces is one of the most intuitive personalities, right? It's one of the most intuitive signs in the deck. So wherever you have that Pisces in your birth chart, you want to take a look at that because this is something that's going to that is very particular to that, okay? And right now we're in the sun. So yesterday you got a lot of messages, or you may have gotten them this morning when you woke up, or last night. But somewhere in the last 24 hours from when this video is made, you got a lot of spiritual messages. They were kind of coming in like ding, 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 ding. And so that's something that is a big fortune because it's almost like there may have been a blockage of some kind. Maybe you felt a little bit blocked from your messages, um, from your gifts, your psychic gifts, or that you weren't getting a lot of what is it? You weren't getting a lot of messages, or you may have been confused on what to do in your life, all of that kind of stuff. Well, you got a whole bunch of messages in the last 24 hours, and it's like they were dammed up, and because they were dammed up, you had like a backlog, and they were just boom, 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 boom in your head, right? And so today we have the sun, which is exposure. The sun is a good energy. It's a loving energy. It's a sweet energy. It's a warming energy, and that's the energy of exposure as well. So you're going to start seeing some of the messages. You're going to see the messages that you did get. You're going to see how they play out in your life. Okay. And then by the end of today and going into tomorrow, you're going to be in this Ace of Swords energy. So this Ace of Swords energy is talking about having a different mentality, having a different way on how you want to deal with people, right? Because you got a lot of messages about the connections that you have in your life, and this is friendships, this is romantic relationships, this could be a relationship that you have with your pet. It's just a relationship, and you've gotten a lot of messages on that, and those messages are coming into fruition. Like, this is why something's going to happen, where it's like, this is why you got the message that you did. And because you got the message that you did, it's going to lead you into it's going to lead you into moving to a space where you are now in a new mindset. Okay, that's that Ace of Swords. You have new ideas about relationships that you have with people. And it's quick. It's almost like it feels overnight, but really it's been something that's been working in the background. It's just downloaded to you. And then ultimately, Five of Wands. Five of Wands in this deck is about change, because if you notice in this card, there's a chameleon in this card. So there's a complete change that's going on. And I feel really strong that you're going to be going after something. So here's the hidden thing. Give and take, the Six of Pentacles. This is the hidden factor of what's going on right now. So giving to something, giving to somebody, or taking from somebody, or somebody giving and taking to you with you. This is the main point right now with the collective divine feminine, as far as with ascending our energy, and expanding our energy and becoming higher vibrational people. This is the main energy for today. It's actually got me like really excited. It's got me like really energetic and everything. So now that we talked about the spirituality piece with your higher self and everything, we're going to be taking a look into with the Mermaid Tarot deck. I love to use this deck when it comes to emotions, okay? When it comes to things that emotionally serve you, things that are of your highest good, all of that kind of stuff. I love to use this Mermaid Tarot deck for that, because it's just great, So obviously we're talking about relationships, and we're talking about your emotional connections. So I'm really anticipating that this section of the reading is going to be very intense. Of course, every day it's this way. Every day. Welcome to life. Welcome to ascension, right? Every day is intense. Okay, let's take a look here. Holy Spirit, please give us some messages for the Divine Feminine Collective when it comes to emotions. Ooh, lots of cards are popping out. Lots of things are popping out. So I'm actually feeling all ready, because I have two piles of cards that kind of popped out of the deck while I was shuffling. So already what I'm thinking is this is more than one connection that you have with people. So it's not one particular connection. I'm feeling that it's going to be more on the side of multiple connections that you have with people, okay? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. There's a leap of faith. There's change. You're open to something new. You're tired of the old, even if that means you may be tired of having connections with the same type of people. That could be something. You know what I mean? You may be really, really tired of having a connection with the same type of people. I'm going to see if I can turn my light on, because it's a little dark. Oh, okay. That's a little, oh, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Yeah, so oops. Okay, well, we're shuffling again. And there's a hesitancy to walk away. Some of you have a hesitancy to walk away, but some of you really don't, because really emotionally there's a tiredness. You know what I mean? Emotionally you have a tiredness. You have a tiredness of the same. And the center energy is this page of swords upside down. So this is really with a level of immaturity. You're tired of a level of immaturity that you get from the connections that you have with people. And this could be maybe the connections that you have with people, it brings out an immaturity in you. But I'm really feeling more so this is because this is for divine feminines. This is more so you're tired of people that mainly are not able to communicate with you effectively. Are you okay? That's my cat just doing stuff. uh it's about communication. I feel like, divine feminine, in your relationships that you have with people, you have the ability to really reach down and connect with people very deeply. For them, and it may not seem very deeply for you, but for them, it is very deeply because they've only met themselves so far. They've only dug deep inside of themselves so far. So when it comes to you, um, and you come into their life, whether that's in a relationship, whether that's a friend, you can service them in the connection in a way that they cannot service you. And with this page of swords upside down, it's talking about your heart is yearning for something more. While you're a meal to them, really they're only like a snack at best. You are wanting somebody to, and it has to deal with really, uh you can tell it with the way that somebody communicates with you, their communication style, how they communicate, what they talk about. And I just feel this energy of you're yearning for something different. You're yearning for something deeper. You're yearning for an understanding. But you're not getting that with some of the connections that you have in your life. So in the recent past, we have this Two of Swords. Communication again, we have swords, right? There's a little bit of a controversy. There's a little bit of controversy. There's a little bit of how can I say? Almost like a competitiveness when it comes to communication. Maybe there's a connection, or there's some connections that you have with people that really, really, like, you feel like they are naturally competitive, but really you're looking for something else. You know what I mean? Because really, like, if you want to compete with somebody, do you really want them to be your friend? Do you really want them to be in a relationship with you? Do you really want, I mean, it's one thing to be coworkers, going after the same position, but do you really want that on your day to day, right? Sometimes you want some peace and you want something else. I'm really feeling an energy that maybe this person that is that you I don't really feel arguing, but I think that it's not arguments because of your maturity. Your maturity is what prevents it from being an argument. So on the other side, the person's maturity is what is pushing it to be an argument, right? So you guys are going. So I'm feeling a connection where you guys are going in opposite directions. You guys want two different things for the connection. One wants to argue, and the other one doesn't. That can be tiring. So right now you have a focus on something. You're focused on this. It's on your mind. It's on your heart. So if you're feeling a little sluggish today or something, you may want to, or you're feeling a little sluggish, or you're feeling a little down, or you're feeling, whatever, you may want to look into that. You know what I mean? Because it may be something on your heart. Your heart is heavy. Your heart is focusing on something. Your heart is focusing on moving on. I will tell you this: your heart is focusing on wanting to be fulfilled, on wanting to be touched by the right hands. And what I'm feeling is this particular person or these particular people, however they show up in your life, your heart is feeling like they're wasting your time. That's what's going on. So in the near future, we have the Seven of Swords. What I'm feeling is your heart is going to push you to do what it wants to do, but it's not going to necessarily make a public announcement for it, right? Because with this Seven Swords, there's a hidden factor. Seven of Swords talks about hiding things, withholding things, and it talks about lies. Hold on. Oops. Right. It talks about lies. You guys just saw Ina. She just came by because she agrees with this message. She agrees with it. Okay. But yeah, so your heart is moving on in a way where it doesn't really feel like it has any need to have a loyalty to it, or any need to, and also not only just loyalty, but it's moving on in a way where it doesn't feel a need to give an explanation as well, which is new. Because remember, with the spirituality piece, we had the Ace of Swords. So this is talking about something brand new. You know what I mean? This is talking about new stuff. This is talking about a new mentality on what you do with your heart, on what you do with your emotions, on what you do with your connections that you have with people. You don't want to be stuck. I'm feeling this energy of you don't want to be stuck. And ultimately, we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So ultimately, this is actually going to lead to stability of some kind, because your heart is leading you in this way, because it can sense something more stable out there. It can sense something more. What I'm getting is more worth its time. Okay. And when we get the spirituality piece, it's a complete change. 5 is the number of change, the chameleon, right? Instead of competing, you're changing and you're communing, and you have this group of people that really care about you. So you may be moving on to a group of people of some kind. So you may be moving on to a new job, a new set of friends, a new family structure of some kind. But I'm sensing like a group of people, right? So let's take a look at the cards that fell out. So the first thing is we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Ten of Wands. So this is feeling burdened with emotions. This is feeling burdened with giving, because what the Queen of Cups does is she gives. She gives of her emotions. She gives love. She has a full cup of emotions that she can give, and not get tired of it. But it's caused a lot of burdens because I'm really sensing that there's been people that have been reliant on that. So instead of producing love on their own, right? Instead of you giving them love because you're expecting them to produce it on their own, they have been really they've been reliant on your energy almost like it's a drug. And the other thing that we have is we had the Queen of Cups, and now we have the King of Cups here. The King of Cups is upside down. So this is somebody who is emotionally reserved. This is on the other side, right? Somebody who's emotionally reserved. So while you're giving the love, right? This person here, this King of Cups, Scorpio energy, if that may apply. But this King of Cups here is being emotionally reserved. They're not giving what they're getting. You know what I mean? And it's made it very uneven in the connection. It's made it very uneven. And it's almost like maybe this person has been traumatized and that's why they don't give of their love. But it could also be that I feel a sense for some of you, this person is doing this on purpose. Now, there's a stringing along piece here. This person you've been in communication with, you've been around for a long time. This may even be somebody that pops up from the past for some of you. But what I'm really feeling here is this is a person that has been around you for a while. They've been around you for a while, probably in your childhood or somewhere in the last 6-10 years. You've known this person. And I feel the energy of this person tends to string you along emotionally with promises. Oh, I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do that. Right. But they never follow through. Disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. And even though, don't get me wrong, I do feel that you do know this. You already know this. Because even with the Queen of Cups knowing this, the Queen of Cups will still give of her love, even knowing this. Because the thing about it is, she has an overabundance of it. She has an unlimited supply of it. So it's really when she gets tired of giving. The Queen of Cups is really when she gets tired of giving and not receiving, that's when she leaves. She doesn't necessarily get tired of giving of the love, though. It's just when she gets tired of hearing the excuses and hearing what somebody has to say, when it finally gets enough where it's like, okay, I'm tired of hearing a whole record of what you're saying over and over again, then that's when she moves on. But it's very burdensome. It's very burdensome. So this is a masculine energy, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be somebody that is a man. It could be a woman in an emotionally masculine energy, which is a toxic emotionally masculine energy, which is instead of being discerning with who they give their emotions to, they decide not to give emotions to, and possibly some manipulation there as well. That's Scorpio energy. So that's with the emotional piece. So the spiritual piece, we're evaluating connections, right, from your higher self, and as that's coming down, how that's affecting your emotions is it's causing you to feel like you want to move on. You want something new. It's like it's a huge desire. You know what I mean? It's a huge passion. Like all of a sudden, I want something brand new, right? So now we're going to see how your higher self is affecting through your higher self, your emotions into your mind. And we're going to be using the Cat People Tarot. I love to use this deck for when it comes to mentality and reading what's going on in your mind, right? Okay. Holy Spirit, please give a reading for the Divine Feminine Collective when it comes to emotions. Oh, and we've got some stuff coming out already. So because this came out right side up, we're going to take a look at this. This is Three of Cups upside down. So this is a toxic group. This is a toxic group. Okay. Highly toxic group. Could be a group of friends, could be a third party in a relationship, could be somebody that is having infidelity. It's toxicity in a group of people. So this is why Divine Feminine, I'm really, really, really thinking that this is not just with one person that you are connecting with. This isn't just one person that you're connecting with. This is that we're evaluating. This is almost like a small group of people almost. Because we have the Three of Cups. Right side up is a celebration. Upside down is, worms in the cake. So what we have here on the bottom is the Queen of Cups upside down. So now the Queen of Cups pops up again, right? And so this is in your mind how this is all affecting. And we also have the Six of Pentacles upside down. So this is give and take. Somebody, the basis of this is a person who may be giving to emotionally manipulate. That's the basis. Somebody giving to emotionally manipulate, or that's basically what I got. Somebody's giving to emotionally manipulate, or somebody's emotionally manipulating to take. Okay. And it's probably both. Okay. Because those two things kind of go hand in hand, but it's emotional manipulation. It's using your emotions against you. I'm feeling, like a big energy of loyalty, because we're talking about that Queen of Cups energy. So what's one way to emotionally manipulate people is a sense of loyalty, right? So a lot of you, it's going to be your job. Maybe your job is a toxic place. It could be a friend. It could be a relationship. But I'm really feeling a big energy of using loyalty to manipulate a situation. So warping and manipulation of loyalty, right? And the center energy here, we have the Hanged Man and we have the Empress upside down. The reason is because this person cannot create. This person is not a creator. The Empress upside down, the Empress right side up is the Divine Feminine. This is the opposite. This person cannot create. This person is the opposite of you. And I'm almost wondering if this person is pretending to be like you, or, they're trying to imitate you. It's big on a narcissistic energy. I'll be honest with you. Very narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopathic energy. Which, when you are a divine being, when you are divine feminine, divine masculine, you're going to run into a lot of those, because that's your opposite. And opposites what? Opposites attract. So with this center energy is this person's life is stalled somehow, or they were trying to stall your creativity because they don't have it. There's something that they are not able to do that you are able to do, and it has to deal with creativity. So this is why your higher self is telling you, because it's time to move on now from this person. So your higher self is already triggering you and your emotions, right? They're triggering your emotions to let you know, hey, all those little things that this person said, or these people said, all these little comments and all this kind of stuff, it's really coming into a bigger piece here. It's indicating a bigger piece. It's because this person doesn't want you moving ahead of them. And they see your potential. They see where you're headed. They can tell the energy that you have. They have a possession. They kind of want to keep you in a cage. They want to keep you in a box. And specifically because now this person, remember when we talked about the King of Cups upside down, this person may have been traumatized, and that's why they're keeping to themselves emotionally, or that's why they're emotionally reserved. This comes up again. This person may have been, they have not found their own light, which means they can't appreciate their light. They have not found their own light, so they can't appreciate their light. So if they can't appreciate their light, how are they going to appreciate yours? Okay, let's look into the recent past here with this. Oh, 2 more cards. So in your mind, you've gone to peace. 6 of Swords. You've gone to a peaceful place mentally. You're leaving behind the what's it called? The burdens, right? The baggage. It's coming to an end. It's already came to an end. It's already came to a conclusion. It's just kind of manifesting the rest of itself here. So in your higher self has already ended it. Your emotions are moving on. Your mind is catching up. Okay? Already in the recent past here with your mind, you've already came to, with the whole messages, all the messages that you got and everything, you've already came to a place where you're at peace with it, because you kind of already knew this was happening. Because this is not the first group of people, this is not the first person that you have dealt with that has had this type of energy and this type of reaction to you. See, you are a first for them, they are a mini for you. Okay? So there's a level where you have experience, and we are utilizing that experience to go ahead and move on. So now let's take a look at what's going on now. So we have the Ace of Pentacles upside down. So this is an opportunity lost. Losing an opportunity, losing a connection. Some of you, this might be family, this might be work, a collaboration of some kind, but that's losing out of trying to grow something. You decided to not. You decided to stop. You're moving on. You're done. You're at the point where you don't, ooh, and then what? Try to flip out the King of Cups upside down. Once again, you're done. Now, you might be in this King of Cups energy as well. You might be touching on that King of Cups energy as far as cutting off your emotions completely and not even you're done. But I do believe this King of Cups right now, it popped up again. Upside down again. 2 times. The opportunity is done. You're walking away. And you already know this. I'm not sure if the other person or the other people know this, but you know this. So now in the near future, you have the 9 of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment in your mind. You're going to be focusing on what you want, what you desire, what's good for you. What do you want? And success. 6 of Wands. That's going to be your focus. And ultimately, that's beautiful. Because ultimately, yeah, you're going to be successful. You're going to be on this focus. And you're going to be coming out of this fog. I feel like this person may have, or these people may have contributed to a bit of depression, maybe from being around their energy. A little bit of that, or even making, anxiety. They've been impeding on some piece of your peace. And there's been some turmoil involved with this person. So you're moving on. Okay, so now we're going to wrap up this reading and we're going to take a look into one last thing. And we're going to take a look into Spirit, the Holy Spirit's advice for your actions on what you should do, actions you should take. Holy Spirit, please guide these cards to give the collective divine feminine advice on actions that they should take for today. 1, 2, 3. So the base of what Spirit wants you to have is temperance, which is balance. Check on yourself. Make sure that you're checking on your own energy. What feels balanced to your energy and your intuition? What feels good to your energy and your intuition? Follow that. Especially when a third time, God of Cups, the King of Cups comes up again, upside down. Patience and temperance and balance. Balance that out. It's wanting you to choose peace over the connection. Because when you choose peace, you're choosing yourself. Wow. So the center energy is Spirit doesn't necessarily want you to be too focused because you're already in the flow. You know what I mean? Don't be so focused on it that you're obsessed with this idea of moving on, moving on, moving on. Spirit actually, like, this is just information, right? When you look at a tarot reading, you're looking for information, you're looking for guidance. That's pretty much it. But all of this information is not meant to stay on your head more than about 15 minutes after you see this, okay? Give yourself a maximum of an hour, okay? Because really what Spirit wants you to do is network. Son of Cups, that's the Knight of Cups. Try out different connections, okay? Try out different connections with people. Explore a little bit more. Be adventurous. Be curious, like a child almost, but using the discernment that you've had from your life. And not be so focused on something being a certain way. Just let it be. Because in the recent past, we have the Daughter of Wands and we have the Ace of Wands. So in the recent past, we have a desire for something new. We already talked about that. And this hit in the last 24 hours. Moving on to something new, going after your passions. And as you go after your passions, you need to be making connections with people that have the same passions and drive that you have. And you will find them on your way. Meeting people, meeting new people, all this kind of stuff. This is something that's really big and desired for divine feminine. Right now, focus on your work. Focus on a sort of a collaboration of some kind. So while we were talking about the negativity piece, right? Well, I wouldn't say it's the negativity piece, but when we were talking about disconnecting from people, there are still people in your life that you do have that you can collaborate with and work together with. People that are not about drama, people that are not high conflict people that are, there for you, right? And people that are about business, whatever your business may be, whether that's your family, whether that's a business that you want to have, whether that's at your job, but connect with like-minded people. And you will need to figure out if somebody's like-minded as you move on. Now you know kind of some warning signs of connections that you don't want, right? So in the near future, so by the end of today, in the next 24 hours, and probably tomorrow, there's an Ace of Pentacles energy. So there's going to be moving on with some sort of project, something new. Now, this could also be something coming into you, something coming towards you. You may be offered something from the universe, and this might be why you're getting all these downloads the way that you are now, because there may be an offer coming in from the universe, and the universe wants you to benefit from the offer, but not necessarily the universe is intended for you to be benefited from the offer, but maybe somebody that you're connected to is not supposed to be benefiting from the offer, right? So that's in the near future. You have another ace. So you have a new mindset with spirit. Your higher self has a new mindset from learning from the experiences that you have from this, that from learning from your experiences, your human experiences. Your higher self has a new mentality on connections. And spirit wants you to utilize that new mentality because it's all about stability. So you need stable people, and stable people emotionally, mentally, with their action, and that are connected somehow to their higher self. Stable people, mature people, at least equally yoked to you. And then at the end, I will be honest with you, ultimate result, you will need to say no. So yes, you have this decision, but there is going to be a point in time where you are going to have to say no and deny this group of people or this person, whatever it may be. You are going to have to deny this person a connection with you, and you are going to have to tell them or talk to them or, do the closure thing. There is a piece with that. Now, of course, for some of you, spirit is going to advise you to just walk away. I say use your intuition and use your discernment for that situation. But you are going to have to just cut it out. You're going to have to cut it out. And that's what I got here. So today is a big piece overall. What we're talking about here for divine feminine today is a big piece when it comes to evaluating the connections that you have with people in your life and making sure that these connections are benefiting you. But yeah, I hope that you guys like this reading. Definitely leave a commentary about what you think about it. I would love to read some comments and stuff. This is still a new channel, and it's still kind of building up, but I'm hoping to, my goal is to do lives, try and do lives at least, 5 days a week, just to keep you guys updated and everything. So hope to see you soon. Okay, bye bye.